Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins. We're experts at AI coaching and helping professionals like you and your employees upskill in AI. Today, we're going to be analyzing some really interesting new data and executive perspectives. It all comes from a LinkedIn article by Taylor Borden, which is titled Green Talent Upskilling in AI as Demand Surges. And what it highlights is a critical convergence that's happening right now in the modern workforce. So here's our plan. First, we'll define this core idea of the twin transition. Then we'll look at the data behind what's called the green skills gap. After that, we'll dive into the AI upskilling surge, see what leadership is doing about it, and finally, talk about what it all means for you and your career. Okay, let's get right into the central finding here. The main idea is that the worlds of AI and sustainability, which you might think of as separate, are actually converging, and they're doing it fast, completely reshaping the job market as we know it. This phenomenon has a name. It's called the twin transition. And it's really about this massive, interconnected transformation that's being driven by two huge forces at once: digital tech, like AI, and the push for sustainable green initiatives. Think about an energy company that's using AI to make its power grid way more efficient with renewables, or a shipping company using AI to plot out greener supply chains. That's the twin transition, right there in action. So that's the concept. But let's look at the numbers. LinkedIn's economic graph gives us some really solid data that shows just how high the demand is in this new landscape.
And here's the crucial point. The demand for people with green talent is just dramatically outstripping the supply. I mean, look at this. The data shows green hiring is growing twice as fast as the workforce is actually learning these skills. Now, for you as a professional, this means there's a huge market advantage here. If you have these in-demand green skills, you are in a very, very strong position in today's job market.
So what this disparity creates is a very clear market need. It's a massive career opportunity for any professional who has the right combination of skills to bridge this gap. So that leads to the next question, right? How are professionals who are already in these sustainability-focused roles responding to this gap? Well, it turns out they're being pretty aggressive about upskilling in artificial intelligence. And what's really fascinating is which skills they're adopting. Responsible AI is at the top of the list. It's the fastest growing skill among green talent, with an absolutely remarkable 517% year-over-year increase. And right behind that, you see things like LangChain and prompt engineering. But this isn't just a one-way street. We're also seeing AI professionals adding sustainability skills to their own toolkits. They're focusing on things like operational efficiency and product lifecycle management. It really shows that this convergence is happening from both sides, and it's creating a totally new kind of hybrid professional. Okay, so we've seen the data, and we've seen how individual professionals are adapting. Now let's zoom out and look at how this trend is playing out at the corporate level, because leadership is already building this dual focus right into their core strategies. You can see it in this quote from Chris Leong of Ecolab. They say the future really lies at that intersection of business impact and responsible AI. It emphasizes that if you want sustainable growth, you've got to have both performance and intelligence working together. And similarly, Jim Andrew over at PepsiCo points out that AI's greatest potential really comes to life when it's used as a tool to empower people, to turn these big, ambitious sustainability goals into concrete local action. All right, so when you put it all together, the data showing the skills gap and the strategies from leadership, what does this all mean for your own career development? So what's the bottom line here? The main takeaway is that the job market is changing, and it's changing fast. This twin transition isn't just some abstract concept, it's a real market reality. And to stay competitive, to stay relevant, professionals really need to become fluent in both languages, the language of AI and the language of sustainability. And that leaves us with one final, and I think provocative question that you should really consider for your own career path. Thank you for watching. At AI for Career Success, this is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. If you like these videos, use the 2R code at the beginning to buy us a coffee or hire us to coach you or your employees in AI. We also recommend you subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel.
Please like, comment, and share to help us reach a wider audience of professionals just like yourself.